Leach back here on South Beach at Future Proof Miami 2025. Very pleased to welcome in Brian King, the CEO of LODAS Markets. Great to see you.
Thank you so much for having me.
You got the beautiful, fuchsia shirt on. We got the beach and the sand going on. I've never been to anything like Future Proof before. Have you?
Only Future Proof.
The other
Future Proof in California, but it's a pretty unique venue.
Well, let's get into it when it comes to what you guys are all about at LODAS Markets. Let the people know.
Yeah, primarily we are a secondary market for alternative investments. I've spent my whole career in the stock exchange world. I've always been a part of making liquid investments more liquid, trading them faster, et cetera, but realize that there's a big need in the alternative investment space for liquidity. So making illiquid things or semi-liquid things more liquid. And so that's what we're about.
Well, I know one of your main focuses is secondary markets for alternative investments. What does that look like and why is that so important right now?
Yeah, so again, a lot of times people get into an alternative investment. They think that it's a 3, 5, 7-year hold, and sometimes those turn into 7, 10, 15-year holds, and you're like, when am I ever going to have an exit? Or there's also sometimes there's life changes that happen, whether it's a death in the family or whatever, and it just causes a need for liquidity. And so the world is changing. Alternatives are growing dramatically. They're evolving, and so really being able to bring liquidity to an asset class that is growing as much as what this is very, very important.
Yeah, Brian, it seems like eventually alternatives might be the mainstream and it might kind of flip-flop. That's right. That's kind of where we're looking right now.
I keep hearing people say alternatives are no longer alternatives. Like it's the 60-40 portfolio is dead, and so you need to be looking at alts.
We're in fascinating times for many different reasons. I mean, obviously very volatile markets right now. Tariffs on, tariffs off, AI. There's a lot of different things that are going on. A lot of great things, but a lot of things that are causing anxiety. From your perspective, and obviously you guys at LODAS Markets, what's you think the most important thing that potential investors need to hear right now?
Yeah, so I think the biggest thing is that alternative investments, the vast majority of the things that people should be focusing on is what is the manager, what is their track record and things like that. Just like in the equities market, like the listed markets, there's going to be ups and there's going to be downs, but typically you hold something, it's going to turn out okay. But it doesn't always, right?
Sure.
So that's why I think liquidity does become important, because sometimes strategies change. You look over the past couple of years, private credit has been a very important part of exposure for individual investors, but there's some people who are thinking, hey, it's had a good run, but maybe I should take a little bit of skin out of the game on the private credit side and allocate it to something else. So again, you can look at a liquidity vehicle to say, hey, I'm going to move out of this and move into another asset.
No, that's a smart way to be these days. As you traverse the sand and the beautiful food and great booths around these last couple of days at Future Proof, what's been the biggest theme you've kind of heard in your interactions with people as far as what people are really kind of focused on right now?
Well, I think outside of liquidity, which is everybody's number one concern for alternatives, but outside of that, I think it's really being able to find ways to add technology, automation to how they manage their assets, right? So how they work with their individual clients, et cetera. So that can be very much a part of what we do. We are at our core a fintech company, so we do provide automation, we do provide fantastic technology, but I do believe that so many people are trying to change the way that they work with their clients in a more automated way, and that goes all the way across everything that they're doing.
Brian, spin us forward. I know we wish you could all see into the future. I want that time machine that Doc Brown had with the DeLorean, but the fact that we don't, let's look forward 2, 3, 5 years, how you see things kind of shaking out, but also how you see LODAS Markets, being involved in that shakeout.
Yeah, so I think we're going to continue to see a lot of assets move into alternative investments. I think you're going to see right now we are seeing some shaky times in the markets across the board. There's a lot of things that are uncertainties. Uncertainties always bring volatility, and so I think we're going to continue to see volatility in the near term. But there's a lot of things to be hopeful about, and so I'm very optimistic about where the markets are going, where alternative investments are going. We're going to continue to see new product structures, new asset types, new asset classes. They're going to continue to evolve, and our hope is that we're going to be right there at the center, helping to form some of those new products, helping to drive innovation and efficiency.
I love it. Your name preceded you are a king. Brian King, the CEO of LODAS Markets. Fascinating conversation. Thanks so much for your time.
Awesome. Thank you so much.